Believe it or not, I did have someone believe in me at one point in time. You know what I mean? Like, the whole nine, like, I think you can be famous and I want to help you get there. And I don't know if I squandered it. I don't know what I did. I know exactly what I did. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't at the place or time for it. Like, there was so many things that were wrong, that was going wrong, but still he was like, you know what, I want to invest in you. I want to invest my time into you. And he invested his time into me, but it felt so short lived. You know what I mean? Like, it was just for a moment. And he was around for a while, and the whole time that he was around, I was still not in the right place or in the right mindset. Like, I would say this, like, my powers were going out of control and I couldn't really focus on any one thing. And it wasn't until that I got my medication straight did I start to really focus and really have been like, you know what, this is what I want to do. I hope that these people will still believe in me, but it was kind of short lived, unfortunately, because I have no idea where he's at right now. Does he post online or anything like that? No, so I don't know what he's doing, and right, and it's like he doesn't answer as well. So this is a this is a message to myself and to anybody else to remember that the one person that needs to believe in you is yourself. It can't be anybody else. Once you start believing in yourself, that's when it will start to connect. Because even though he believed in me, and later on I was like, oh my gosh, now I know what he was doing. Like, at the time, I didn't know what he was doing. I was just some kid that was lost. I was completely lost, and he was trying to grab me from the darkness, and I was just like, nope, the darkness is my home. And as he tried to grab me out, I was like fighting it back. I was just like, you know what? At the time, I have to say, like, at the time, like, I did know. I was just like, yeah, I know that I'm good at this. I know that I want to be famous. Actually, I didn't even know, honestly. I didn't know. I was completely at a loss. It was a sad thing. Um, but regardless, he's not here right now. And that really makes me sad. You know what I mean? Like, when I think about it, I'm just like, where you at, TJ? You know what I mean? Like, where is everybody at that was on the road to be like, yo, let's get this done. I want this to be this way. Um, and nobody's around. And it's only me that's left. So it's like I'm the one that's working towards this idea of let's become famous. But it feels like such a faraway dream where I have to tell myself, it's like, well, if not in this lifetime, then definitely in the next lifetime. Like, it doesn't have to be right now. It doesn't have to be in 10 years. It doesn't even have to be in 20 years. Like, I will keep working towards it slowly but surely. But you got to understand the limitations that come with it. And I don't have everybody that I had before that was helping me. And how were these guys helping me? Like, I don't even think they even knew what they were working towards. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even know that they wanted to be famous. They were just down for the ride, whatever that ride was. They were like, you know what? All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And that's where this power talk comes in. where it's just like not a power trip like a ego trip or a power trip like a cop power trip, but really I'm talking about when I talk about powers, I'm talking about legitimate powers, kind of like Superman or the Flash, somebody that you think as a superhero, like those type of powers. Like I do believe that people on this earth have those capabilities. Now you're probably thinking like, man, this dude is crazy, and I would think that I was crazy too unless I saw what I saw and have gone through the experiences that I've gone through. And I believe that's why they believed in me, because TJ was just choosing a random kid. Just a random kid. I was just a random kid, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like I had anything really going for me. Like, of course I had my own apartment. I had so much free time, and I looked good. Like, I lost like 60 pounds. Like, I don't even look the same anymore. And so like when you saw me, you saw like superstar, you know what I mean? Like me doing whatever the hell that I wanted to do at that point in time, you know what I mean? Like if you wanted me somewhere, I would be there. You just probably had to bring me, or I would come on my motorcycle. But I was having so much fun, and I felt like they felt that energy from me. Like, TJ popped up in there, and he was just like, you know what? I see your energy. I want to work with it. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, whatever, dude. I work with anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I, as long as you're not my ex's brother, I work with anybody. And, you know, regardless of all that, I have to stay humble, and I have to remember that, you know, the only person that is here right now is me. I'm the only one that's making these videos. I'm the only one that's recording myself. I'm the only one that's buying these equipment. I'm the only one that gets the vision that I'm going for. And what TJ first believed in me. I hope that TJ watches these videos and he's just like, so he's been working at it this whole time. Like, it wasn't something that was just a fluke, because I've worked constantly. Like, basically, I was there when nobody else was there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm bouncing back and forth here. Like, when I had my schizophrenia was going crazy and TJ was there, like, yes, I understood what he was saying. I understood where he was going, and he wanted to make me famous, but I didn't truly understand. But I was working with him to that point. I was fighting it a lot. I was just like, bro, I don't know how to make music. I don't know how to do this stuff. I don't know how to sew clothes. I don't know how to make clothing and sell clothing. I don't know how to do that stuff. I was just like, the whole time I was just like, bro, I'm a drug dealer. Like, let me deal. That's what I want to do. Like, get me weed and I will sell it. That's what I kept telling him. And this was when I was really, really bad. Like, real bad, like so bad that I look back and I'm just like, I don't know how I made it. Like, it was scary for me. You know what I mean? Like, I was legit scared. I was just like, bro, this is some scary shit. I was legit scared. And TJ was just going through it with me. Like, I had, you know, as that schizophrenic moment happened, there was people that came into my life that was there to help me through it. And TJ was one of those people. So maybe he was just there helping me get through my phases, my episodes. And I think he saw a little bit too much, and that made him pivot and really think about his life in a different way. And what it did for me was it just skyrocketed me. You know, it was just like, yes, that was so scary. And you don't ever want to see a person in that position where they're just like going crazy in front of you, but they're trying to hold it together so badly. And I wish that I cried. I wish that I asked for help. I wish that I did something. You know what I mean? But I couldn't do anything. I was trapped. And I was trapped for so long, you know, just not being able to ask for help. But I think he saw that and he really pivoted in his life, because I think now he has a kid and a wife now. And I feel so bad because I'm just like, if I was in my right state of mind, I would have gotten that crew that I saw. Like, I saw so much potential in everybody. I was just like, you know what? TJ is a manager. Uh, Trey is a entertainer. You know, May is an entertainer. Dan is a treasurer. I just saw so much potential in the people that were in my life, and I wanted to do something with it, but I just couldn't. Now all I do is look back and I'm just like, yeah, I see those people, but it's so broken now. Like, the relationships are so broken, and it's like they'll never get back together. And it's like I can never get that back. But regardless, I still have to work towards it. Like, regardless, I still have those moments where I'm just like, I can still make this work. You know what I mean? But I had to have believed in myself for it to happen, because they believed in me. They were, you know, Dan was investing in me. Sam was investing in me. Sam was teaching me. Trey, TJ, they were right by my side. May, she was right by my side. Uh, you know, everybody was just there, but they couldn't do anything. Like, it was like a trap, and I was stuck in the trap, and I was screwed over because, I was selling weed, and I was going to keep selling weed. I wasn't going to stop. And I think that ultimately became the trap. And I was just like, I'm not going to stop. Something has to stop me. Like, I'm going and I'm just going to keep going. And, the universe had to step in and really help me out, where it's just like, all right, we have this deal for you. Since you're not going to stop doing this, either you go to jail or you have a mental illness that gets you out of jail. But that mental illness is going to feel like a jail for a very long time. And you're going to feel the repercussions of jail because, you know, people that go to jail aren't able to work, really. You know what I mean? Especially someone in my position where it's not like I'm that smart. So it's not like I have a degree or I have a master's degree or even a bio degree. What is it called? Not a bio degree. It's like one of those degrees. It's not like I even have a degree. I have an associate's degree. That's great. But that's not going to get me anywhere. And I wasn't really good at anything else. The only thing that I was good at was selling weed. But I wasn't even that good at selling weed until later on, where it's just like I have these epiphanies and these thoughts. And it's like, If I went back and I did this, I would have made so much more money. I would have had so much more, people would have had so much more confidence in me. And I would have had so much more confidence myself, but I would have gone to jail. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, we're going to pick mental illness. And mental illness is a jail within itself. You know what I mean? Like, you go to the hospital and they have the right to withhold you, take you away for a while, and try to fix you up and send you back out. And who knows if you're right in the head when you're back out. And most of the time I wasn't right in the head. But regardless, I have to believe in myself. Even though those people believed in me, they definitely give me a point where I can a jump off point. They definitely gave me a jump off point where it's just like, you know what? When I was younger, these people believed in me and they thought that I could do something. So now that I'm older and I'm wiser and I know what I'm doing now, like I'm in the right state of mind, F the wiser, F all that other stuff. It's like, now that I'm in the right state of mind, now that I can do something, I want to be able to do something. So it's pretty interesting how I see people online where they're just like, you're inspiring me. I see my friends and they're starting to do social media, and May is popping off, and Ahmed is making great content, and people want to make content with me, and it's great that I'm starting something. And even though my stuff doesn't get recognized the way that I want it to be recognized, I feel like it's still a stamp in history. You know what I mean? Like today I wrote, or yesterday I wrote that I'm in competition with Alexander Hamilton. When we learned about him in the, what's it called, in the play, that he writes a lot and he keeps writing and has so much thoughts, and he just writes these things down, and he has a bunch of letters and you can read them for days. And that's what I was like. I was like, you know what? Even though I'm not being recognized the way that I want to be recognized, I'm still in competition with this great person in history, even though these people don't see it. I know that I'm still in there. So just that's a that is the thought process. Just, you have to believe in yourself. You have to. Don't worry about what anybody else is thinking. Just go ahead and do it yourself. And please don't be like, this has to be a business. This has to be a business. Like, it doesn't have to be a business. It doesn't have to pay your bills or anything like that. The universe will work that out for you. And I don't even know what I'm talking about, because I had to work for everything that I've been given. Everything, bro. So I hope, like, if you watch this video, you're just like, well, this kid is crazy. And it's like, yeah, I went crazy for all of this. And I don't know how I'm going to make it through. I have no idea how I'm going to make it through, but I'm going to try. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to try. But anyway, I'm going to count all these coins. I have a bunch of coins. And I was thinking of making a video of me just counting coins, because I wanted to show the world that, it's not all about getting in front of a camera and talking your ass off. Like, you could just be doing stuff as well. Like, you don't have to entertain the whole time. Like, you can just be yourself. And there's people that cook, there's people that clean, and I want to show that, hey, you should be able to get a camera and just film that whole process And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It could be crappy. You could put whatever you want on the internet just to show that you're a real person. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do that next. I've been talking to myself, but I've been backing out of it. I've been like, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I should talk it out. But most of the time that I turn on the camera, it's because I want to talk and I want to get my thought processes out. So it's not so negative. You know what I mean? Like, I do wish that I could be quiet in front of the camera, and it just be like, this is what I'm doing. I'm freaking counting coins. But I am going to do that. It's really hard, though. You guys wouldn't realize it. It's really hard not to perform in front of a camera. I wonder what it is. We're going to see what it is. But, yeah, I've had people believe in me. It's very scary. And it can take you anywhere. Like, you won't understand. Like, people can believe in you for the wrong things. They're going to believe in you to go to school. They're going to believe in you to have a 9 to 5. They're going to believe in you to write a book in between working that 9 to 5. They're going to believe in you for those type of things, but they're not going to believe in you for the right type of things. And you won't see it until it happens. Like, you won't see it until it happens, unfortunately. I hope you do see it when it happens. I really do.